Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be an amazing race. This is the annual AMSOIL Cup, all part of TORC, the off-road championship presented by AMSOIL. Two-wheel drive versus four-wheel drive. The two-wheel drives are on the line first. They get to do their land rush start, and then just over 12 seconds later, the pro four-wheel drives will start behind them, try to catch up. Whoever wins takes home all the bacon. Looks like they're ready to start. We saw Cowboy run down the line. Pro two-wheel drives launch at the AMSOIL Cup.
Chad Hort with a great start on the inside. He's got a huge lead going into turn one. That is going to be awesome for him. He doesn't have to work, and all those guys have to pass all these Pro 2s to get to him. So right now, Chad Hort is in the catbird seat.
Well, that's exactly what he wanted. There go the Pro 4s. Here they go. They got to catch up. 12.7 seconds. Who can do that? We got a lot of heavy hitters in the back here.
And Kyle LeDuc got a great start. He managed to pull ahead there. This is going to be very interesting. Doesn't seem like a very big margin between these two, Ricky.
Definitely. The track has slicked up a lot. Earlier this morning, I said I was going to give the advantage to Pro 2, but not anymore. I'm giving it to Pro 4. And I got to throw a little shout out to Scott Douglas.
Oh, wow.
Big crash by Mark Kwame. Up and over. Big crash. Ross Hook caught up in that. Big crash.
Ouch.
So Kwame off the side of the track there after that crash. And we're going to take a look to see what happened to Kwame. The track team will head in to check in with him. But just a massive crash there. Let's take a look at it.
He comes up to the inside. It's a little bit dusty. He gets off the side of the track, digs the nose, end over end. Very tough crash on Mark Kwame, but the good thing is that the energy is going around him. All the energy and everything is flying, but this is a hard hit for a driver because sometimes it'll blind you. It'll make your eyes bleed. You hit so hard, but good thing to see him awake.
He just clips that little dirt mound on the inside, like you said, RJ. I think he just got offline, and that just was absolutely a violent crash.
And what happened is, bladed off all of this dirt here, and what happened is that dirt you see that Kwame hit was actually bladed to the outside. So Chad Hort leading. He is pro two-wheel drive. Remember, pro two-wheel drive and pro four-wheel drive on the track at the same time. Chad Hort over Steve Barlow right now, and that's amazing start for Chad Hort. He really did handle that land rush well.
Yeah, his timing was perfect. Everybody else was we're showing a local yellow, but I don't see anything. Chad Hort did an awesome job. He did not creep, hit the start perfect. Grant, you know what I'm talking about when you're waiting for the gate to fall, hitting it, nailing it perfect.
He did. He nailed it. He did not creep like other guys when they were braking, but he nailed it right at the right time, got the drive, had the inside, great hole shot. But behind him now, look at this, Steve Barlow in the Caterpillar truck. He's coming in, RJ Anderson in that Polaris Razor Monster Energy truck.
And you know what?
Pressure on.
RJ Anderson looked so good in that pro two-wheel drive race, but he just couldn't make it. He just crashed 2 turns from the end. One of the things I really love, though, about this racing is the noise these trucks make when they come offline. Listen to the MagnaFlow sounds of torque, Ricky.
900 horsepower per vehicle. Unbelievable. Sit back and enjoy.
And here they are, that land rush start. And here in the AMSOIL Cup at Crandon, you get not 1, but 2 starts. So here we are, the AMSOIL Cup. Can the Pro 2-wheel drives hold off the Pro 4 charge? Come back and find out. Welcome back, everyone, to TORC, the off-road championship presented by AMSOIL. You're looking at Chad Hort and RJ Anderson in our AMSOIL Cup Pro 2-wheel drive versus Pro 4-wheel drive. They are the 2 Pro 2-wheel drives right now, holding off the charge of the 3rd place there. That is Kyle LeDuc in his Pro 4-wheel drive, and man, is he charging, Ricky.
And right now, you're watching RJ Anderson all over the back of Chad Hort, and they're probably slowing each other up a little bit because Chad has to run a little bit protected, but RJ doing so great after rolling in that points race.
Well, this just falls into Kyle LeDuc's hands because right now he is coming. That truck is beat up, but it's still got all 4 wheels driving to the ground. And look at that. This gap is shrinking. The Pro 4s today, with the track conditions, really picking it up.
And remember, just before we went to break, you saw that crash with Mark Kwame. We got a report he's out of the truck. He's okay. As crazy as that crash looked, so good to hear that about Mark. But man, I cannot believe how fast Kyle LeDuc is charging through this field.
Well, right behind him is the two Greaves trucks with CJ actually ahead of Johnny at this point. But there's a lot that can happen. These guys are driving so hard, Tess, and with this blue groove, there's 4 laps to go. You can blister a tire. So if they do get past the Pro 2s, they still have to save their truck to get to the finish.
Good point, Ricky. Oh, look at that.
RJ Anderson just getting too close, drove up the back of Chad Horde. That is exactly what Chad Horde did not want to happen. We were talking about the fact that if they're racing, they're slowing each other down, and that just allowed the door wide open for Kyle LeDuc.
Yep, Kyle LeDuc just got a gift right here. Here we go, 2 against 4. Watch how much faster the Pro 4s can come into the corner, and Kyle, I'll bet you, is going to go right around the inside.
Here we go. Kyle LeDuc, the number 99, goes around the inside, and Chad Horde got a little beaten there, but it's a drag race now down back where we have our land rush start.
Wow.
LeDuc is wild.
Yes, he is. But you got to give it to Chad Horde. Actually, we've seen the Pro 2s have higher straightaway speed, but they just don't come out of the corners hard. Here we see Kyle going to the inside.
Well, that's the advantage of the 4-wheel drive. You can go to that low side and get the drive out of the corners. With these Pro 2s, it's pretty much like keep your momentum, run the cushion, don't slow down too much. Look at this. Pro 4's on the inside.
CJ Greaves taking a look to the inside. This race is not over, let me tell you.
Look at Chad Horde go, though. He is not giving up at all.
Absolutely not. He is trying everything he can. And look at this. CJ Greaves now, he's trying to make a statement. He does not have a lot of experience in the Pro 4, but we know he's a talented driver, and he's figuring it out.
And he is the defending AMSOIL Cup champion. Chad Horde looks like he might have got a flat or something like that.
Yeah,
things are falling off to the right.
That right rear was sagging there. I don't know if it's a shock issue or actually a tire going down, but something.
He fell right off the pace, so it
now
definitely
RJ.
looks like something is wrong with Chad Horde, and RJ Anderson goes past him, so
well, Chad Horde's aerodynamic package is not looking very good right now. He's got big fenders, like basically like a sail.
Hey guys, I got to give it to CJ Greaves. This is basically his first season in a Pro 4. Only done a couple races, and right now he's chasing down 2 of the best Pro 4 drivers in the world with his father behind him and Kyle LeDuc, who's been on a rant out west.
Well, let's not forget from last year, it was father and son that battled it out for this AMSOIL Cup. The difference was CJ was in a Pro 2 and his dad was in a Pro 4. Held him off. Right now, both in Pro 4s. Really curious to see how this turns out.
well, Kyle LeDuc is leading this one with CJ Greaves chasing him down. They're going to come up to 2 laps to go when they come across that finish line. Can CJ Greaves work it and find his way around Kyle LeDuc as hard as he is charging? Whoa.
That doesn't look good.
That is not good at all. That's Spencer Oberg's truck. The driver is out of the truck. We are staying green, so track officials have got there to put that fire out. Oberg is fine, staying green, and LeDuc again. Oh no, is that CJ Greaves pulling off the side?
Something bobbled, something happened. Sometimes you burn an ignition, you switch the box and it starts to run again, but we see CJ way off the pace, and right now that's giving Kyle LeDuc the cushion that he was looking for.
So Johnny Greaves now has only a lap and a half to catch up to Kyle LeDuc. A big gap there to make up, but if anybody can do it, it's our current Pro 4-wheel drive TORC champion, Johnny Greaves, and he's starting that chase.
Well, he's going to need pretty much for Kyle to have a problem, and because Kyle right now has the package and seems to be very, very hooked up, very balanced, driving a perfect race, so my hat's off to him.
He looks solid in that truck. Look at that. Throws that rotation, like Ricky's saying, just gets it really good, but Johnny doesn't want to let it go. This is about egos. This is about the money. This is about reputation. And as they're coming to the white flag, look at the blue groove. It's really setting in.
Hey, what you're saying, Ricky, is that the fact that anything can happen here. You see how hard LeDuc is driving those tires, and we've already seen a lot of our front markers have problems. So this may be the last lap, but it is definitely not over.
Yeah, we see him a little more looser than he was before, but right now he seems to be holding his distance against Johnny, making a small mistake there. If he has a tire delaminate, this race could be over, but right now everything looks good.
So Kyle LeDuc on the final lap of this AMSOIL Cup, holding off Johnny Greaves. It's easy to spot Kyle LeDuc. He's the truck without much bodywork left on, while Greaves looks like he just drove his Toyota off the lot.
A lot of bouncing going back and forth, but Kyle doing everything he needed to do today. Got a great start, got out in front, but he's putting it together, having a great day here in Crandon.
The truck may not look pretty, but with that $45,000 purse for the 45th annual Crandon AMSOIL Cup, he's going to be able to afford to fix that thing.
Exactly,
a few corners to go, but he's holding it just perfect.
Johnny's coming in with a little bit of speed, but I think it's just going to be a little bit too late.
Johnny, last-ditch attempt here for Greaves to try and catch up to LeDuc, but I don't think any of us think this is going to be enough. If he manages to hold it together, he's going to get this corner, and it will be Kyle LeDuc, the number 99, who wins the AMSOIL Cup. What a great run, start to finish there for Kyle LeDuc. Got turned a little bit sideways at the start, but then never looked back. And once he caught up to Chad Horde, it was all over for the pro two-wheel drives. Kyle LeDuc wins the AMSOIL Cup. He is going to be a very happy victor, and we will check in with him when we come back. Welcome back, everyone, to the keys to the big house. The AMSOIL Cup for 2014 is in the books, and new champion Kyle LeDuc is down with Christy Lee.
There you have it, guys. That's our AMSOIL Cup winner, number 99, Kyle LeDuc. You've had an outstanding day today here at Crandon International Raceway. Kyle, what's it feel like to win a race like this?
I've got a Borg Warner with some stickers on it, just like this wreath, and it's all old and dried up. I needed a new one. Apparently, I'm Top Gun, too. I got me a nice rifle. Wow, I just won the AMSOIL Cup. Unbelievable.
Tell us about that race. A lot of twists and turns. Obviously, you were at a deficit with the 12.2 start behind the pro two-wheel drive trucks.
Yeah, we just kept creeping. I feel bad for Kwame in that crash and the restart, but I screwed up in the first restart, gave it to Johnny, and I wasn't about to do that again. So the old term I kept telling my dad when I was a kid, hold her wide in turn one, and dude, I did it today. And just hold her wide, and monster, dude. Monster's here to represent, and I hope I did them proud, man. Out from the West Coast, come out and play with these boys, and whew, I'm just in shock. Unbelievable.
Time to freshen up that wreath from 2009, our 2014 AMSOIL Cup winner, number 99, Kyle LeDuc.
LeDuc had a great day today, but look at the rest of the field rounding out the AMSOIL Cup, Grant.
A lot of Pro 2s up there, but the Pro 4s coming through in the end. Kyle LeDuc ran great all day. Johnny Greaves just came up a little short.
And I love the result there for RJ Anderson coming in here in that Pro 2 and getting the result. And then looking back at that crazy Mark Kwame crash, I mean, how many times did this truck go over? He has been transported to hospital as a precaution, but we got word that he was joking around with the crew, and everything seems so far okay with Mark Kwame. So obviously our best wishes here go to him. What an insane crash. And our 2014 Pro 4-Wheel Drive champion, Johnny Greaves, is down with Christy Lee.
Coming close to winning the race, but finishing in second with the Crandon Cup race this afternoon. You rode the rear end off this truck. Johnny, tell us about your race.
It was wild. I knew off the start. I mean, Kyle seems to have a fast truck down the start. When he got me down the start, I was like, I'm just going to try to follow him through there. And, he drives a little crazy the way he throws it in backwards. I thought, that ain't going to work, getting through all this traffic. And he got in a lot of contact, and he survived, and I just kind of hung out a little too long. And, CJ was giving him pressure the whole time, and it was fun. It was fun. I was having a blast in that seat just watching that battle go on and, seeing if he'd maybe move him out a little wide and we could both sneak through. But when CJ had to pull off, I finally, the last two laps, I found a way to avoid a couple holes, and I got back on his bumper a little bit, but, too little too late.
Congrats on a great finish in the AMSOIL Cup, taking second, but of course, a Pro 4-Wheel Drive championship for the number 22 of Johnny Greaves today.
Well, we've enjoyed all the racing on the TORC series here this year. We hope you have too. For Grant Langston, Ricky Johnson, Christy Lee, and Tony Bachhoven, this is Tess Sewell saying, thanks for joining us in 2014. We'll see you all in 2015 for more TORC racing.